Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love, and I recently received an email from a woman we shall call Becky, and she said, my problem is that I have a profile on a dating site and 90% of the men that sent me messages are ugly, low-life losers with no job and no real interests who are desperate for a little female attention. Okay. I thought maybe it was the way I presented myself. In the beginning, my profile was romantic, overly friendly, and kind of childish. But I changed my words to convey that I'm a powerful woman that wants the best. I got kind of better offers soon after that, at least for a while, but they almost stopped. I still get cyber-stalked by low-quality men. My pictures are feminine and stylish, but not provocative. My friends agree. Why is this happening, and what else can I do to attract more high-quality men? Is there something else I need to know? Wow. So I thought, well, let me see her profile and let's see what's up. And it was very evident very quickly what the problem was. So the first sentence in the profile is, I'm a strong and ambitious woman, but deep down inside, I'm very compassionate and sensitive. Now, the fact that you're starting with the I'm a strong and ambitious woman, you are doing that, I know, because you think you're going to scare off the losers. Unfortunately, that's not going to scare them off. Maybe that's why they're losers, I don't know. But what it's going to do is it's going to signal the good guys that you might be a pain in the neck. Sorry. But the very fact that it's at your the very first sentence, like, I'm a strong, ambitious woman, that means that that's your priority and that's what you're about and that's what you want to convey. And you know what? They're not necessarily looking for a strong, ambitious woman. That's not the first quality that men are looking for. You know, when they think about their dream girl, they're like, I want a strong, ambitious woman. Yeah, no. Usually that means, you know, like I said, a pain in the neck, or the other word, the B word, yes, bitch. Sorry. So, moving on right along, she says, my reason for being here is not to find a man right away. Okay, well, that's another turnoff. It's like, then why are you here? I mean, this is a dating site, and people are here to find members of the opposite sex, you know, if it's a heterosexual site. So you're saying I'm not trying to find a man, then, you know, it's like, well, then what are you doing here? You know? It's like going to the supermarket and saying, well, I'm not here to buy food. Well, then why are you here? And you say, I'm just looking for a friendship and chat, and whatever that leads to. So, you know, a guy that's looking for a relationship, you know, they're not looking for a pen pal. They're not looking for a little friendly chat. I'm not saying that they're looking for someone to jump into bed with right away, but, you know, they want someone who's open to dating. Excuse me, but it sounds like you just want to prolong that process as long as possible. Again, another turnoff. So we're only at the second sentence, and we've already turned off a lot of quality guys. Moving right along. Of course, I'm open to meeting men of the same value, looks, character, socioeconomic status, and common interest as me. The rest do not bother. So, you know, this is coming across as mean. It's like, if you're not exactly like me, if you're not at the exact same level as me in terms of looks and my status, and we have to have the same interests, then don't bother. So, you know, they read your profile, they see they don't have the same interests, so it's like, okay, I guess I won't bother. And interests, getting along, having a successful relationship does not have anything to do with having common interests. You could have totally opposite interests and still have a great relationship. It's about the same values and the same goals. So this whole thing about having common interests, it's nice, but it's not necessary. And then finally, the coup d'etat, the cherry on top. If you hadn't scared the good guys away yet, well, this one will certainly do it. You finally said, and I would like to make clear, and then in capital, all capital letters, to anyone who asks for my phone number without getting to know me first, or sexual favors will be ignored or blocked. And then, without the all caps, sorry, but this is very irritating for me and other women. Your desperation to find some girl to fill your empty bed is obvious from a mile. Now, I agree. All women feel this way. All women who've dated online, yes, this is exactly how we feel. And we would all love to put this on our profile, but most of us don't, myself included, because we know that, you know, again, this is going to scare off the good guys because they're seeing that you're being overly aggressive here. It's like, well, why can't she just hit the delete button? Why does she have to be so blatant about it, especially in all caps? And also, here's the thing. Let's say someone was going to do that. Someone is the type of guy that is going to ask you for a sexual favor or want to have your phone number right away, etc., etc. But you tell them not to, so now you're telling them how to play you. You're telling them what they need to do to get past your defenses. So you're marking with a red flag, hey, you know, this is what the hoops you have to jump over, and if you jump over these hoops, then you're in. But what you want to do is actually let them show who they are. Don't show them where the red flags are. Don't show them where the hoops are. And then that way they show you who they are, and you just hit the delete button. It's that simple. So you should actually welcome them when they do these things that you don't want, about asking for the sexual favors and the phone number. It's like, great, I know who this guy is. I can just hit the delete button. Instead of wasting time with someone thinking, oh, okay, good, he's not that kind of guy because he's not doing that thing. But actually, he is that kind of guy, but he's just not doing it because you told him what not to do. But he's still that kind of guy. Now, I know your reason for doing that is because it's irritating to go through your emails and to be continually disappointed because you see someone that might look like a possible guy you'd be interested in, and then you read their email and you're like, oh, another one, another disappointment. Yes, another disappointment. But if you change your profile and remove those things that I mentioned, you won't be scaring off the good guys, and you won't have so many disappointments in your inbox. Yes, we're always going to have the quote-unquote losers writing to us. That's just a fact of internet dating. You know what? Just ignore it. It's just part of life. And it's like dust. It's there. Whether you want it or not, it's always going to show up. Just hit delete and don't be so upset. But you really do need to tone down this profile, because any good guy looking at this, any guy you'd be interested in dating, is going to head for the hills. They're like, no, she's too angry, you know, too strong, too this, too that, just a lot of negative. And now, in terms of the photos, although you're a good-looking woman, there are some issues here too, because in one of the photos, your arms are crossed in front of you, and that's closed body language, so you're not being open, so you're not open to meeting people, so you don't want to have any photos where your arms are crossed, even halfway. That's the photo I'm talking about with the leopard dress. At least you're smiling in that one. Now, you have a photo with sunglasses. Don't know why. It's not like a sunglass ad. There's no need to, I mean, why photos with sunglasses? People want to see your eyes. Don't put any photos with sunglasses. I know a lot of guys do that, and it immediately raises the red flag. It's like, why is this guy hiding? And then you also have a picture in black and white. You know, this isn't art school. You know, no pictures in black and white. So basically, you have to remove most of these photos. So, if you do all these things I tell you, I definitely think that your odds of meeting someone will improve. So I hope you'll make the changes. And I hope I haven't been too harsh, but I wanted to get my message across, and let me know how it goes when you make the changes. Thank you so much for listening, and remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.